Oh my god, it's your one-stop shop for everything you need. The most compact megabase you'll ever see. What's going on, guys? Building Chaos here with another Satisfactory video. Yeah, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build the most compact, beautiful, wonderful mega base. That is 41 individual items in one unique, easy to access location. And this is pretty super simple to build, not too hard. We're going to do a nice little tutorial. This will take a while. So if you do like this, don't forget to give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That really helps us get out there for all the people that, don't know about all this good stuff. And I appreciate it, guys. I noticed that I got like 95% of people aren't subscribed to my channel that watch it. So, a subscription really would help. So let's take a look at this. Let's see, it's all nice and compact. It's beautiful looking, very aesthetically pleasing, easy to the eye. But I bet you're wondering, what am I going to need to build this? And I had to actually go back in the other thing just to show you. So I have this thing called Area Actions Mod, so I can actually highlight the four corners of the base. And basically, boom, look at that, all that highlighted. Then what we're going to do is we're going to mass dismantle. And that says 132,000 items. Not bad. So 182 wire. That is 521 iron rods. That's not bad. The concrete. 4,705 concrete. That ain't nothing. We knocked that out in an afternoon. All right, let's see. We got some wonderful cable. 1,588. Not bad. Not bad at all. About 600 quick wire, about 150 reinforced iron plates, not bad. 200 motors, 50 encased industrial beams. Let's see how many pipes that is. It should be about, all right, I'll take that over. About 1,000 steel pipes, not bad. 200 copper sheets, about 1,000 steel beams, about 100 motors, 200 heavy. Where is it? Heavy modular frames. Oh, but this is going to be the interesting one. This is when I do all the belt work. It took 7,200 alclad aluminum sheets. Even more. Let's get rid of that. And so 7,200 plus 5,700. So that's a 9. And that is 12. That's about like 13,000 freaking alclad aluminum sheets and 112 supercomputers, which you're really going to need. Trust me, guys. And if you're ever wondering if you need any of this kind of stuff, get some tickets and just put them straight into the resource sink and the awesome shop and all that. Because let's face it, it's easier to get like some stuff like turbo motors and supercomputers. I mean, to get the supercomputers you need, that's only going to be 24 tickets, which is a lot easier to get than building supercomputers at some point. With that being said, there's just one more thing that we need to start this whole thing. And that is called a plan. Now, I've devised a plan using, of course, a spreadsheet of death. Because how can we not build something without a spreadsheet of death? I mean, what are we gonna do? So I made this wonderful one, and it will be available for you to download in my Discord. Link is in the description. Go into the Discord, and I will add a Satisfactory downloads tab. So like anything that I have that's Satisfactory related that you can download, like maybe it's like a world map or something for later or whatever, it'll be right there and easy to get to. But anyway, this is there, ready for you to use. With that being said, we are ready to begin. So I have every single item brought over here, the water, the oil, all the different solid stuff, and everything just needs to be made into one little thing. Now, as you can see, 6 wide, or length? 6 by 18 is the foundations that we are going to be using for this, which for a mega base is extremely small, okay? And as you can see around me, there are plenty of nodes in this area. Now, this area is actually south, right by the riverbank or whatever you want to call it. but it's pretty easy to get to, and everything I need is pretty much right here. I got the copper, the limestone, the iron ore right there. As you can see up here, I got some coal. All right, we turn over here and you got the quartz, and then further back we got the oil. The water's already there. And as you can see going up here, a little bit east, we have some sulfur. And if we go even further east, right up of this nice little hill and everything, there we go, we got the Caterium. Now, the bauxite is a little bit harder. It's actually all the way up here in the south. You're going to get to this nice pink forest where everything kills you, so watch out for that. Well, with everything belted all the way back here, you are ready to begin. Oh, and just so you know, you can use a miner mark 1 for every single one of these, just so long as you have enough items coming in. So let's take a look at our spreadsheet and I'll tell you what I mean. So as you can see, like the water is at 100 and the crude oil is at 60. So as long as you know those that are coming in, pretty easy. The other ones, the only thing that's over 60 is the iron ore, the coal, and the bauxite. As long as those get over 60, you're pretty much solid for this. And that's pretty much all the items that you need in at a time. And I've marked in red basically all the basic items that are going to be building from it. And it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward to see, you know, what's going to work and how. Now, the building on this is going to be interesting, so feel free to pay attention, ask questions if something doesn't make sense. I'm not going to go very slow, so you might want to play this over and over again. It might help. Okay, first step first, you want to build all this wonderful infrastructure all ready to go, pretty much set right here. You have 3 mergers combining all these items together, and as you can see, I have a conveyor belt Mark II for the iron as well as the coal. Everything is on a conveyor belt Mark I that leads up into it, and it is 7 items merged into one line, brought into the bottom, ready to go. Easy peasy, as well as the pumps that are on there as well. You can build them on the wall before you attach the pumps. Simple. But anyway, all right, a blink of the eye, and we're done. There we go. First floor, easy peasy. Actually, it is kind of easy. So let me show you exactly what this does. So you have your line of all 7 solids that comes in, and it hits a programmable splitter first. Now you need the merger there first, then the programmable splitter. And the reason why we use a programmable splitter is you can split off, like, let's say to the left side, the first item in there is going to be iron ingots. So I need iron ore to go in there to make it. But for the center one, I need any item undefined. So basically anything other than iron ore will get sent through the center. Now the problem is when the iron ore gets full, it'll stop the system. So what we need to do is we need to add a second one, which we can only do with programmable splitters, and add an overflow. Now, it's not in the early access, as I show you right here. Currently, it's in the experimental build, and I will switch over to experimental when I, put this stuff through. But I just wanted to show you that, you can build this in early access, switch over, and take care of it, no problem. But we do need the programmable splitters. So basically, it goes over and it goes into the item that we're building, which in this case is the iron ingots. All right, and it builds this and it sends it through. So basically, it goes to a merger, and the mergers connect to another programmable splitter. And this one basically sends it off into a bin. And we do the same thing with the other one, but this time we're going with iron ingots because that's what's being produced. So the iron ingots is being produced. And the center option is going to be any item undefined, like we did before, and an overflow. So on this first layer, everything is going to the left option, where the center option is always going to be any item undefined and overflow. Now, as you can see, the bins are all in the center. They're nice and neat and easy. As you can see, all these wonderful machines are in the center. Each one is pretty much straightforward. I got a double power pole sent to the wall, and then on the other side of the wall, they're all hooked together. So it kind of looks really cool, like a nice little power grid on the other side. I do like this design. It's very neat. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's very easy to do. It's not a lot of pieces, and though it gives a lot of free space, you're going to see when you get up to the different floors that you're going to need it. Now, I did do a double wall-sided one on this side to connect these two wonderful pumps, so that way they can have power where you won't see the lines and it doesn't look weird. By the way, if you don't know, you can actually put the pumps straight onto the walls so that they can be nice and even and straight and look amazing. Didn't know that, but now I know. And now you know. And now we know. So yeah, so everything is going to be basically coming down the center and basically splitting off into anything that it needs to go. And the reason we have the merger at the beginning is for the final trip, everything is going to come down and go back in. So as you can see, it just goes down. There's a space empty over here. All the machines are lined up in the center with the line where all the bins are lined up in the piece. So look, it's in this center line, all the way down, all 12 of them. And then we got the 4 nice little smelters here and some open space. So it's all pretty easy. You can watch this over and over again to get an idea if you're very confused on it. But it's not that hard. I mean, I have faith in you guys. You can do this just by this video. It literally is easy. But once we get to the next floors, it starts getting a little more complicated. But overall, it's actually not that bad. So in terms of building this and everything, it took about maybe like 2 hours. It's going to take me like another 20 minutes to program all these programmable splitters, so that's going to be a pain in the butt. But once I switch over to, like I said, once I switch over to the experimental build, I'll be able to add the overflow, and that'll help a lot. So yeah, I know I've been rambling a little bit, but I'm giving you guys kind of time to see different angles and all this kind of stuff on this, so that you can, build this for yourself. But anyway, on to the next portion of this thing. All right. Oh, I should probably put the power on this thing. Power is really good. But one more thing, actually, while we're down here is I am using some alternate recipes on some of this stuff. But I am not using any recipes like biomass or stuff like that. Certain items, just for the simple fact that if biomass gets stuck in the system, it'll stop it. So anything that I'm putting in this will not stop the system. So everything will go straight through. So at the resource sink and all that stuff at the end, everything will keep going through. So you never have to worry about the machine actually stopping. That is the only reason that there's certain items that have not been included in this. So I just wanted to put that out there so everybody who's wondering why certain things aren't there. All right. But with the floor built for the second one, we're ready to go. And as you can see here, everything is just basically going towards the end. And I got 3 openings on the floor ready to go. 2 at this end and 1 at the other end. So this one. Basically where the stuff is going to go up. And then, of course, the original one is always going to be open because that's where everything's going to be coming down. So, pretty straightforward. Also, I put those over there just because it kind of looked cool, so, Alright, so with the first floor done, we have all the smelters and all the constructors on the first floor ready to go. 4 smelters and 12 constructors. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy, no problems. The second floor is going to be foundries and assemblers. And it's less items, but it does take up more room, and you'll see. So 1 foundry and then 12 assemblers. So let's switch back over to here. All right, let's grab out our wonderful foundry. All right, and then aim it in the right area. So we're all keeping all the different oranges to the back. All right, and we want to get that lined up perfectly with that line right there. So the line is where the cut in the foundation is. So as you can see right there, all right? And then we're going to switch over to assemblers, and I want to make sure that the backs kind of line up. I'm not too worried about the front. There's plenty of space up there, but I want to make sure the back's lined up, and we're just basically going to build all 12 wonderful assemblers. And we're done. Easy peasy, look at that. This one's a little bit trickier. It is a lot less output, but more input. Because as you can see right here, we have dual wonderful little programmable splitters, and this time everything's going to the right. So this floor, because everything is going up and over, it's switching off to going to the right instead of the left. It is annoying, but it needs to go this way. And the same thing with the output as well. That's also going to go to the right. And I put the double-sided power poles on the wall, making it so they can connect together. Easy peasy. And you actually can do the one-sided power poles on the wall if you wanted to. That's up to you. But as you can see, everything is going to the right. The only thing that's not on here is the overflow for the programmable splitters. Like I said, that's going to be coming later. And as you can see, it's not too bad. It's pretty similar to the level below it. Everything is coming out over here. I do use a couple different alternate recipes. So like aluminum ingots and that for the smelter. And I believe there is 2 for the constructor. Oh, I did, yeah. Cast iron screws or whatever like that. But that only helps. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the long run, but it's your preference. And then alternate compact coal, just because I wanted some compact coal if I never needed it. I thought that would be a good thing to have on hand. And then this one was a must. Alternate computer, crystal computer. Very come in handy, man. So a couple of these you are going to have to get the alternate recipes. I noticed this a little too late while I was doing it. And I was like, at least I should put that in there and let you know, guys, what's going on. But otherwise, this floor is similar to the other one. Just line up your bins however you want. Make sure there's plenty of space, and we just basically, build the next level. I mean, as you can see right now, it's pretty easy. No, that's not high enough. Here, we'll go use this side so we can get a high enough one. And as you can see, all right, that's 3 up from the bottom, the same as the floor below it. And there we go. So, yeah, as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory level by level. Once you get the hang of it, it kind of just goes easy. So the assemblers are on that one. Now we're going to be building the manufactories on here. Only 7 of them. But I'm telling you, the programmable splitters and everything like that, those are the only thing that's going to be a big pain in the butt in this huge process. But let's start on that one. It's going to be pretty simple. We got the whole floor all ready to go. We grab our manufacturers, and what we want to do is we want to build against the line at the same thing, especially the same line as we did the floor before. So give yourself some extra space. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing. But for this one, it's going to be really unique because we're going to put extra bins on the top over here, just so we have the 5 extra bins of what's going to be on the upper floor down here. So as you can see, straight from that line, it gives me very little leeway towards this end, but I'm okay with that. That's actually what we're going to need. It's going to be really helpful going forward. All right, so we got all that. So we're going to build extra bins over here, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And seconds up. There we go. So as you can see, I got everything built just like the floors before, but this time I've added in 5 extra bins that go upwards. So as you can see, everything is pretty much self-explanatory. There's a couple of them that only needed 3 instead of 4, so I just killed the extra one. Didn't need it. Figured it was just fine. And these things fit in here perfectly. And then as you can see, I have 5 of them that just go up to the next floor so that when I go to grab this stuff, I can just, bring it down here and then only grab 3 different floors instead of having going up to the top for no apparent reason. And everything is pretty much the same. This time it goes to the left. And then the last thing that we're going to need is the top floor, which is going to be the refineries. This one's the biggest pain in the butt just for all the piping that's going to go for it. And it's going to be a huge kind of waste of time. No, it's going to be a lot of space and a lot of different things. And I went with refineries being on the top floor just because they're so tall, it's hard to put anything above them. And I wanted this as compact as possible for this build. So let's go up to the top floor. We're going to have to build the refineries, all right? All the orange always facing the same way and everything. So we're going to have 5 refineries up here, but the nice thing about the refineries is that the items kind of link together. And you'll see that in just a bit. So let's get those out there. Come on, come on. There we go. Everything looking good. And we did it. Everything's all done. Now let's go take a look at it up there just so you can get an idea of what's going on. Also, I did put this little walkway up here with like a beam so you can actually walk up to the different levels and grab any of the items that you need. Now this top one is key for what's going on, all right? So as you can see, the 5 bins are all attached to the top. That's pretty much self-explanatory, the same thing. I had to move the refineries back from where I built it, but as you can see from here, these rubber and plastic produce heavy oil residue. The heavy oil residue makes the petroleum coke. The petroleum coke and the aluminum solution make the aluminum scrap, so it all links together. And then, of course, water is also used in making the silica, or the aluminum solution. So, you know, you can link that back in there. So, as you can see, the first 2 in the system link over and come around. That's the heavy oil residue. This one right here is the aluminum solution that comes through and goes around. We only need aluminum solution in this one, so it doesn't matter. This is the water that links back over and connects to one way and goes back over to the original thing to get rid of the water that we don't need excess of. And basically the water, the crude oil, and the bauxite all come down on the wall all the way down over to here. Easy peasy, no problem. You just basically get them up there, make them look good. You might want to pause to try and get the stuff to look right. It's a pain in the butt and a little tedious, but I didn't want this to be like, you know, a 2-hour video trying to do every little individual thing. So that's why it's a lot faster than some people would like. But just replay the video, pause at certain moments. I have faith in you guys. This part is key. This is the resource sink. This is what's going to keep it going. So what you want to do for this one, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Any overstock is going to go into there, and then all the other stuff is going to be redone into the system and coming back over. It's kind of annoying, but it works out beautifully. And once we program all the splitters and everything, you'll understand why. Because the only thing that we know up here is bauxite and petroleum coke. So the petroleum coke is going to come out here and it's going to go back on the system. And it's going to go back around and back down. Now, what we use the resource sinks for is there's 2 lines that are up here. There's the entrance line that goes into all the machines and then the exit line that comes out of all the machines. So this is the exit line right here, and then it links back up into the entrance line. So it's really annoying, but it makes all the difference in the world for this to actually work out correctly. All right. So as you can see, there's the bauxite. Then I just have to attach it all, and then it just starts working. Once I actually get this up and running, you'll see how it goes, and it'll all make sense. Just trust me. Hold on a moment. Give me a minute. Let me switch over to the experimental branch and show you what's going on. And we're over here at the experimental branch where I can no longer fly. No. But it is all nice and beautiful. I love the new textures and everything that they got going on. Oh, I can't wait for the update so I can fly and enjoy everything. And it's a lot more colorful, I gotta say. But anyway, with everything being built over here, to start everything up, what you want to do is you want to go through, and if you weren't an experimental before, you want to go through and see now any undefined looks like a white square, but if you hit the little plus button, come on, if you hit the plus button and you choose overflow, the system will work out perfectly. And just to show you why this is so important, let me just set everything up. So basically, there's all 7 items going in there. Then, oh, come on, can I get the bauxite from here? Yes, I think I can reach. So that'll get the bauxite from there. Then we'll switch over to pipes and we'll put the pipes for there. It's all pretty much easy. All this good stuff. You've been building this for hours. Oh, so yep, we got the pipes going up front. All right. We got all the items going in there, and let's go back in here. And as you can see, all the items are getting in here. So we got the overflow on this one. So basically, when this iron ore gets full, it'll keep sending iron ore forward. So see, it's going forward, 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 boom. Now iron ore is going to keep pushing through. If I didn't have the overflow, this whole system would have stopped right now. And if I didn't have any items undefined, it wouldn't push anything else forward. So basically, now all I have to do is I have to add in overflow for the entire system. But as you can see, I'm trying to see if the copper will fill up and stop. Actually, it'll take some time before that fills up, but it's getting close there, you know. Not too bad, not too bad. As you can see, this one's already full up, so it's just going through. And, oh, look, see, something stopped the system. So basically, let me hit overflow on every single thing and see if I can find out what stopped the system. Because it's got to be something around here. I forget which one it is, but one of these got full up, and it was basically like, no more, nothing going through. All right, so give me a minute to start putting these up. Oh my God, here it is. So apparently the coal got full in here because all the coal was I think this is like the first thing that coal has. And watch, once I put overflow, oh, there it goes. See, everything's going through. And running beautifully. For now. Many hours later, in the dead of the night, I finally finished setting up every single one. Well, almost every single one. As you can see, all of them have overflow and any item undefined, except for the one over here. Now, there's a reason that I put a splitter and a resource sink over here, is I take every item that's coming back over here, and I have the left option that is any item undefined and the right option as overflow. So let's say later down the line I'm getting some good items that are going back and I don't want to waste them. I can basically change this to those and have them being sent right through instead of that. And it gets merged back over here and basically back into the line. So I don't have to waste them. But this one as well is overflow and any item undefined. Just, you know, for funsies and all that kind of stuff. But everything basically goes all the way back down. Come on. Everything goes all the way back down and links back up. And as I'll show you, come on, let's go and check out one of the bins and see how much we've done so far. All right, so as you can see, we've already made about, like, you know, almost 600 iron ingots and everything like that. So once these bins get full, they're going to send them back into the system and basically reuse for parts and everything like that. So this is how it builds. It starts with the base items, filling all those up, and then it just starts building up over and over again until it gets to the higher tier items. And any extra items get sent to the resource sink for tickets! And it's a perpetual motion machine. It's great. It's actually really cool. And in terms of power, so I know some of you guys are wondering how much power it takes. Basically, I have these miners at 30 megawatts of power. I have a water at 20 megawatts of power, so that's not a lot. I have the oil over here. That's got 40, so oil extractor at 40 megawatts of power. All my wonderful smelters are at 4 megawatts. That ain't jack. And then, let's see, what else do I have after that? I got the constructors on the first floor over here. Those are also at 4 megawatts. We got 12 of those. So we start adding all this stuff up. I'll be good at math, and then I can do all this in my head. Now, let's just get everything together and end it up at the end. All right, so the constructors, or assemblers? Assemblers, yes, 15 megawatts for an assembler. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, we got 12 of those, so, you know, could be worse. What else do we got? Did I grab the foundry? I think the foundry's over here somewhere. Yep. Oh, foundry's over here. Yep. Foundry at 16 megawatts, so not bad. Got that. Oh, now we get into the big stuff. The manufacturer, 55 megawatts of power. That's a lot of power. But we only have 7 of those, so that's not bad. All right, and then the refineries, so the refineries are only going at, 30 megawatts of power? 30 megawatts of power. Not bad. But wait, do the resource sinks take power? I forget. I think they do, but I don't remember what. Oh. Is it even on here? I don't think it's on here. Oh, well. Anyway, so we got everything built, ready to go. Perpetual motion machine. Bam, baby. This is what it looks like. Nice and condensed. I apologize again for not having a 4-hour video for you guys to watch. No, I apologize for it to be so quick, but I didn't want a 4-hour video of me building this, over time, every little individual thing. Just pause the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. If this helped, if you built this as well, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can post a picture of what you built in the Discord. Maybe you approved on the design. That would be amazing. But anyway, guys, this has been long enough. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. You guys have been the best. What a wonderful community this has been. Love you guys. Anyway, you have a lovely day. And good night. Oh, this took forever, but it looks glorious.